It's Kristen again, and we are completing or continuing our journey of learning more about the 5-week success plan. So we've covered building database, we've covered how to hold a successful open house, and right now we're going to talk about marketing your new business with your announcement strategy. And if you remember in one of the earlier videos, I said, guess what? You're a marketing executive for your new real estate business, along with all the other hats that you're going to be wearing. And so we're going to talk about how do you get the word out effectively about your new business. So I have created in my Power Tools an announcement strategy. So let me share that with you all. Let me pull it up and share it with you because, oh, where'd it go? Here we go. I will share screen here just in a minute while it's pulling that up so that we have it. Here it is right here. So let's take a look at my announcement strategy, and I'm going to take you through it step by step because it's important to understand what this strategy is all about. So I call it the Show Me campaign. Since many of us live in Missouri and you're going to do business in Missouri and it's called the Show Me state, then we have to show people what we now do. And we are now a real estate agent and we now have our own real estate company. So our job is to educate others, especially here in the beginning, you're educating the people that you already know. So here's what it looks like. My assistant, Billy, will create a digital or print postcard for you of an announcement saying now licensed in Kansas or Missouri with your picture and contact information. So that is something that you can then share and either send as a postcard format into people's snail mail, or you can post it on social media. You can send it through an email, what have you. I would do all of that because it's like a news flash. This first announcement is just like, hey, headline, I got my real estate license. Okay. So that's step one. And I'm going to tell you is that you're going to want to chunk this down. Let's say you have a database of 200 people. Then you're not going to want to send out 200 postcards at one time. You're going to want to chunk it down because you're going to want to do these following steps afterwards very much in a timely manner. And if you send out 250 postcards, then it's going to be hard to send out. The next step is an announcement letter. And then the next step is follow-up calls. I want you to chunk it down to maybe 20 to 30 people a week so that you're getting these out and you're able to do all of the steps and not just some of the steps. Remember, this is based off of the marketing principle of there's 7, actually 8 steps, but 7 basic steps to this announcement strategy. And that is in marketing, it is proven that most people don't start responding or recognizing a brand, a product, or a name until they've heard it no less than 7 times. And it's even more effective, they found, if it's in different medium that you're seeing it that 7 times. So it's not just 7 emails or 7 text messages. It's an email, it's a text message, it's a social media post, it's a DM. So you've got to mix it. It's a snail mail piece. So that is how it's ideal. So this is based on the principles of marketing. This isn't just me making this stuff up saying, let's have them do a whole bunch of stuff to announce their business. This is based on principles that we know in marketing. After you send that headline out and you're telling people, hey, I'm a real estate agent, then you need to create an announcement letter. And I've got a sample one. I like it to be pretty personal about you getting into real estate, and that's 5 days later, you're going to send that after you do this first initial news flash or headline. That announcement strategy is going to say, hey, I got my real estate license and this is how I can help you. Please don't assume that most consumers know how you as a real estate agent can help them. Some people think you can only help them if they're buying. Some people think you can only help them if they're selling. Some people don't think that you could help them list their house in Parkville and help them buy a house in Grandview. They don't understand that. They don't understand that we could help them buy an investment property. They don't understand that we could help them or refer them to a commercial agent. So it is up to us to educate the people about what we do and how we can do it. And if they're not thinking about buying or selling here in the near future or investing in real estate, you've also got to educate them that you can help them with different contractors and vendors. They need a painter or a plumber. You want to be their go-to person that they're thinking anything having to do with a home, they reach out to you. You're the resource, you're the person. It's you in real estate that they think of as one. Okay. So that announcement letter goes out like 5 days later. Then you do follow-up calls. You send the announcement letters and then you start calling these people and saying, hey, did you get my announcement letter about my new real estate business? I always like to use some humor. I say, yeah, can you believe I did that crazy thing and got a real estate license? I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm pretty excited about it. You don't have to come off as super salesy or pushy or what have you. Matter of fact, you don't have to then talk a lot about real estate when you're doing this. You can ask them questions about themselves when you give them those follow-up calls and say, I'm just excited about my new business. I wanted to share it with you, but I also want to hear what's new with you guys. How were your holidays? Did you guys go anywhere? Did you stay in town? What do you have planned for the new year? Anything fun and exciting? How's the kid? What sports are they playing now? I mean, do some connecting with people. You don't have to breathe hardcore real estate on them, especially when you're calling them. It's more important to connect or reconnect. Okay. Write note cards. So after you do those calls, here I am talking about writing note cards again. I know it's crazy, but here's where it can be very impactful. It used to be that our mailboxes at home were where all the junk went, the junk mail, right? We had all this junk mail, we had all these catalogs, our mailboxes were just filled with all of this junk. Well, that over time has shrunk and shrunk and shrunk because of the cost of postage. Most companies can't afford to do that mass mailings, right? It's usually now just during the holidays. That's when I get most of the catalogs from anybody that I've bought before, is only during the holidays. And so when you write a handwritten note that goes into somebody's snail mail mailbox and they get that physical note, it stands out because it's our email that's so crowded with all the junk these days. Your email's more likely to get lost in the shuffle than if you send something into somebody's mailbox. Okay, just a thought. So you're going to write a note right after that phone call saying, hey, it was great to follow up. It was great to connect with you guys. I loved hearing about your holidays. I hope, our paths cross soon, or let's go have coffee or whatever. Or if they asked you something about a plumber or painter, say, hey, I'll get you the names of somebody. And if they didn't pick up, if you didn't get to talk to them, then I would still write a note and say, hey, I'm sorry I missed you. I hope we can connect soon and catch up. Then you're going to put them on some kind of follow-up SMART plan. 8x8 is 8 touches over 8 weeks, once a month touch. It's been modified of late in the last 5 years of that needs to be shrunk down and not 8 weeks. You should probably do that over 2 or 3 weeks. And that is if they're a homeowner, you can give them some just tips on what's going on in the market. Lenders have a ton of marketing material that you can use it with great information about the market and lending and different loan products and that stuff. That's always of value. You talking about how to take care of your house this time of year. But it is when you do something like that, that is helping solidify in their mind, it's you in real estate, because it's the repetition that really starts making it stick in their brain. If you do this announcement postcard and then wait 2 months to do the announcement letter and then another month to do the follow-up letter, it's harder for it to stick in people's brains. It slips out. And that's why this repetition and this tight time frame is really important to get the most effect out of it. And then after you've done that 8x8 campaign, then you need to put everybody on a 36 touch. And basically for me, here's how I did it. I had 2 automated emails and then a snail mail. I sent them a newsletter. In the beginning, it was a really cheap newsletter that was pre-printed that I just put my information in the corner, and my contact information and my photo. And it was a home warranty company that had it already done. They're still out there. It's Old Republic under their agent tab on their website. They have marketing materials. And so I just printed up those until I could afford to use a marketing company or until you can afford to use Casey. But we also have free digital newsletters that go out that Casey designs that you could use. So no less than 3 times a month they hear from you. But again, you don't reach out to them in the same method all the time, or they just get numb to you. So mix it up. Personal touches, we say, call your database quarterly. Well, and then on birthdays and holidays, send cards or send them a text message or call them. Have coffee and lunch and drinks with people. I'll never forget a new agent saying to me, Kristen, at first she was petrified to do any lead generation. She goes, I just can't call people. I can't cold call. I said, you don't have to. I said, just connect with people you know. Go have coffee with them. And she looked at me funny. She was like, you mean that would be working to go have coffee with people I like? I'm like, "Mhm." She goes, I can do that. I like that a lot. And she loved it because she loved people and she loved catching up with people. Real estate can give you a very good reason to catch up with people that maybe you haven't talked to in a long time. And if with some of these people, you don't talk much real estate with them and you just need to reconnect, then do that. Because the relationship is more important than trying to breathe real estate on them. That will come, but sometimes we just need to reconnect with people. And most people are not going to think, well, it's been 2 years, 3 months, and 45 days since John has ever talked to me. They don't know. They've gotten busy. You've gotten busy. Life gets busy. There's so many people on my phone that sometimes I think, you know what? There are people in here that I really like and care about, but our worlds have just gotten so busy that we just haven't come together. And this can be a great reason for you to reach out and reconnect with people. So look at the positive of it. And then I recommend doing a kickoff event. I did this when I was a brand new agent. It was, I don't think many, well, I know not many agents do this. I was kicking off a brand new business. I had to get people thinking of me in real estate as quick as possible. And so I thought, I'll just do an event. I rented a room in a small restaurant. They allowed me to bring champagne. And I ordered some of their appetizers and they had tables and the silverware and the glasses and stuff for me. Or did I? No, maybe I did get my own champagne plastic glasses. I created my invitations. I sent them to everyone I knew, even my second grade teacher, my chiropractor, everybody that I knew, to tell them about my brand new business. And then I invited my broker. I invited the in-house lender, the title company representative, and the owner of the company. And the owner of the company, he reached out to me and goes, I am so impressed. He goes, I've never been invited to a kickoff party. I think this is a fabulous idea. So the great thing is at our facility, you can reserve the cafe or the training room or the patio when it gets warmer to do events, and we don't charge you anything. We just ask you to clean up, leave it nice. But you can do events. I had one new agent do, like this time of year, did a hot chocolate bar. So she just made, hot chocolate, had it in like crock pots. Then she had all these different toppings. She also had where adults could spike their hot chocolate. So she had some fun stuff to like peppermint schnapps and some other stuff. You could do Fireball because the cinnamon's good in the hot chocolate too. And then you could have, sprinkles and other stuff for kids or whipped cream for everybody who doesn't like whipped cream on their hot chocolate. And then she had cookies, and that's it. Somebody else was a server at a bar. And so her employer allowed her to have, section of the bar. They didn't charge her anything for it. They gave her discounted drinks. Since she worked there, it brought in people, and that's how she had her event. Some people have done it in their homes. It doesn't matter. It's the idea of making it a celebration of your new venture and making a big deal of it and have people come and celebrate and support you. That's what most people want to do. So these are the steps to the announcement strategy. Okay. And you can find that in the booklet, the orientation booklet on our launch website at coachingkc.com. And let me show you just briefly the announcement letter sample that I have. And let me share that with you. And this is just a very simple one. I would highly encourage you to make it really personal about why you wanted to get into real estate, what you're hoping to do, that type of thing. Actually, one of our new agents recently did a great announcement letter. I loved it. So it's just saying, I'm excited to let you know I've started my own real estate business. I've joined Keller Williams Realty, the largest real estate franchise. We are now this letter, Michelle wrote this a while ago, but it's one of the few samples that anybody's given me that I've kept. We have now over 180,000 agents, not 110. And then the success of my business depends on referrals. And here's how you can help me. Tell your friends and family that I'd love to help them. My resources include title companies, lenders, home inspectors, contractors, movers, and all of the service providers to help you with the sale and purchase of a new one. If you're thinking about buying or selling real estate, contact me. I'd love to discuss your goals and specific ways I can give you an advantage in today's market. So this is just a sample. Get as personal as you want about what you're hoping to do, and how you want to help people, and how you believe your background of maybe if you've been a teacher, how you're really looking forward to educating and guiding people through the complex process of buying, selling a home. So this is where one of your next most important activities is working on your announcement strategy, because it is essentially the starting of you marketing this brand new business that you're trying to get off the ground. So I hope this has been helpful. And our next video will be about the MREA business plan. So thanks, guys.